pick fights with. I thought the world was ending. Hello there.
Bombastic side-eye.
Morning, folks. So I decided before I leave,
I need to go to this freaking tea house again.
So I woke up a little bit earlier than usual because I wanted to grab a spot. And we're gonna do it. We're gonna make it happen. I wore my very interesting fit. Honestly, I was gonna give this to my sister because I thought she would like it, but I guess she's not gonna wear it, so I guess I'm keeping it now. But it's kind of giving One Piece pirate. We're moving. Oh my god, is it not open? I swear, if it's not open, I'm gonna cry. It's real pretty though. Wow.
你在跟我讲话？不知道。中文 OK 吗？편의품 그리고 주전자에 사브로나에 있습니다. 주십니다. 입문합니다. 20초 기다립니다. 이거 30초.
30초.
네, 이제 설명해주세요.
네, 감사합니다. 와우. 짠. Okay, I have literally no idea what. I think I pour this into there, and then that into there, and then that into here. So good. It's so soft. It's slightly sweet. You can give it a very healthy granola bar. Definitely come here in the morning. It's a lot easier to get a spot. The overall experience is just very nice and pleasant. You're in this big gigantic tea house and you're enjoying this beautiful view as you eat these little delicacies. You can have a nice calming tea. And it's very relaxing.
Got nothing in my brain. Got nothing in my brain.
So I have to carry this. Okay, I was literally somewhere up here, and now I'm all the way down here. I think I just missed it. So I have to wait an hour for the next one.
Are you joking?
And it's raining, and I really have to poo. Hello. It is, oh my god.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Bro.
So I did my makeup today and I was I'm tired of my concealer not concealing because I was clearly doing something wrong. So I was why don't I just slather it on my face? And I feel it's just too much now. I look like a freaking clown. I'm a ghost walking in broad daylight. Anyway, so on my way to get lunch. Oh my gosh, the sun is killing me. It's already 3 p.m. and I haven't eaten anything all day. Granted, I did wake up at 12. I feel the common theme of this Asia travel is just staying up late and waking up late. But to be fair, I think that might be actually smarter because if I eat lunch during prime lunchtime, everywhere will be really busy. We're going to try something very yummy. Look, we're here. I got the beef noodle soup. Looks very, very good. Supposedly people say it's the national dish. I don't think it's officially the national dish. The meat is so, wow, it literally melts in your mouth. I feel I use that expression a lot. This, I really mean it. But I feel I could have just swallowed it whole without chewing at all. It has a very nice savouriness to it that it's soaked up from the really nice broth. Broth is just very hearty. It makes you feel at home. The noodles are on the kind of chewy, firmer end. It's more of when the noodle soaks up the broth for a little bit, it gets a little moisty, chewy, I guess. Overall, very good. I feel this would be great for when you're sick. If you need a hangover meal, this is it. I love it.
The next morning.
Oh, Lord. Okay. You ever have that feeling where you're like, maybe I shouldn't go outside? Yeah, I had that last night, but I was like,
No, I'm gonna force myself to go outside anyway.
Side eye.
and I should have listened to myself. Yeah, basically, I left my phone in the Uber last night.
What the f?
Because I was so drunk and I wanted to get out of the car so bad. Oh my god. This is what I get for being a hoe for free drinks. Because I will literally say yes to anything that is free. All I kind of remember is I like stumbled out of the club. I really wanted to get ramen, and I remembered from the night before that there was this Ichiraku ramen place. So I kind of just like wandered around, and while I was wandering around, I tried to pick fights with like imaginary people. And mind you, I was just speaking Korean. So if you were like a random person just watching me, you'd probably just see me stumbling, yelling in Korean. Yeah, not my brightest moment. And then eventually I just couldn't find it. I think I was like so incohesive that I like tried to type it into Google Maps on my phone, and the dots did not connect there. And so I was just like, you know, let's just go home. So I go home in my Uber. I eat out of the taxi, and I stumble into bed. And the next thing I remember, hunched over the sink, and I yeah, never ever yak in a sink because you cannot wash that shit down. But in my case, the sink was just closer than the toilet. I actually had a dream that I cleaned up the yak, but when I woke up and went back to the bathroom, unfortunately, it was still there. And it's still there right now. I haven't mustered up the courage to touch it, but I will do so eventually. Anyway, so I contacted Uber. Thank God it wasn't Uber, because if it was just like a random hailed taxi, I don't know how I would have gotten their information. But this is not an ad, by the way. This is just a very unfortunate situation that I'm now sharing to the public. But yeah, everything is I guess a-okay. I just don't have my phone for another like 3 hours, and I have to pay this fee. Oh my god. You know, it's better than me having to buy a completely new phone. Oh, so that's what happened to my other contact. Ah, there's my other contact. Oh my god, I kind of want to throw up again. Ooh, it smells delicious, yummy.
Turn it off.
This is the best I could do. Also, it takes a really long time for the water to go down now because it's clogged with my yak. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I was thinking, what can I do in the few hours that I do not have my phone? Because I don't want to just sit around in my hotel until I get it. So I'm like, maybe we'll do some work at a cafe. Because I still have my laptop. We're going to one of the spots I've been kind of frequenting because it's just really good for work, and I feel like I'm like super duper productive there. I hope I don't get lost because I don't have my phone to use as a GPS. Luckily, it's very close by, so there's no way I'm gonna get lost, right? And then also, let's see, Mexican smoked chicken panini. Thank you. I got this instead. Spotting on my phone. She made it home. So I did feel like kind of productive while I was working there, but also just because I didn't have my phone, that didn't mean I didn't find other ways to distract myself, because I still had my computer.
You got me there, but that is not a crime.
You know, definitely not as fun to scroll through Instagram on a laptop. Okay, we're picking up my phone now. The moment of truth. Hello.
Home, right?
Yes.
Here.
Thank you. I have my phone now. Thank God. Let's see if it's okay though. Okay, this is a struggle. turning on the lost mode for my iPhone kind of backfired. If I want to turn it off, I need to sign into my Apple account, and I forgot my password. And in order to recover my password, I need another device. And my other device is locked. So, Apple, I'm sorry, but you're making life really difficult for me right now. If only I remembered my password. Oh wait, okay, something is happening. I can make this work. Why? They make it so difficult to just change your password now. There's so many more steps. I'm very annoyed. I'm just kind of mad at myself for losing my phone in the first place, but... Please work, bro. Why are these security things so hard? I definitely typed it in right, but it says it's not working. I like how I haven't really even done anything today and I'm exhausted. Swear this does not work. Yeah. Biggest concern at the moment, as if I haven't had enough concerns already so far. You know that movie Unlocked? It's about this girl who gets wasted and then takes the bus home, but then she forgets her phone on the bus. And then somebody picks it up. But this guy, he's a crazy serial killer. And he plants in this thing into her phone so he knows what she's doing all the time and all of her movements and what she's looking at on her screen. Yeah, I like how the first part is very similar to my exact situation. I'm gonna cross my heart and hope that I
Don't die.
But honestly, I feel like if this person is just watching what I'm doing 24 hours a day, they'll get so bored that they'll just give up. That's my secret weapon.
Yeah, man, you know.
I'm not a person of high status. You can try to rob me of my 2 cents in the bank. That's pretty much it. Knock on wood though. Also, big shout out to my sister for walking me through all of this Find My iPhone stuff. She was a very big emotional help because when I woke up I was just feeling very flustered, hungover, anxious. And if I didn't have her emotional support, then I probably would have just given up on my phone. And also, thank you to my friend Obashi. I used his phone number and he's the one who contacted the Uber driver and set up this whole arrangement. Yeah, I should just never go outside ever again. That's the moral of the story, guys. Just don't go outside, ever. Stay at home. I guess the common enemy here is alcohol. So yeah guys, drink safe. I'm kind of hungry. I don't know if anything's open right now because it's like 10 o'clock. Why was waiting for the food to get microwaved the longest 2 minutes of my entire life? Who knows? Okay. Now, you guys are probably thinking you're in a different country and you're eating convenience store food. I have probably been to the convenience store at least, I think more than 5 times in the past. It hasn't even been a week yet since I've been here, which is incredibly sad, but my only excuse is convenience store food is different in every country. So when am I ever gonna eat this again unless I'm here? At the same time, it kind of makes me feel like I live here. This is probably what I would do if I lived here. And it's not bad because food is cheap and relatively healthy. What can I say? It is also very Bossa. I hope this shiz ain't spicy. They make it look like there's a lot of meat, but then under all of this is just a bunch of rice. So that's the gimmick here. This always happens where I'm like super hungry and then right when I'm about to eat, I feel like I'm not hungry and then I'm like, boy, what? But then once I start eating, I usually get hungry again, so maybe I'll just drink this first while I'm waiting for this to simmer down now.
Nope.
I honestly cannot read any of this, but I've had this a couple of times. I mean, it says vitamin C, so it has to be healthy, but it probably has sugar in it, but whatever. Ooh, it does make me feel like I've digested though. It hurts, but in the best way possible. Okay, I'll I'll see you guys again soon. We're gonna get Din Tai Fung. I hope it's not busy. Putting in the work, bro. Okay, because there's a little bit of a wait, we are going to do something a little bit unconventional, and we are going to get dessert first. So as you guys know, milk tea or boba is originated from Taiwan. Fortunately, in the same building, there's one of basically where boba kind of originated. This was like the first store, but this isn't like the actual first store, it's just a chain. The actual first store is in Taichung, but I didn't have any time to go for my trip just because of all the incidences that came up. So we're just gonna have it here, and I'm sure it's still pretty good. Here. I don't know what to get though. I feel like I should get the pearl milk tea, right? If I'm gonna be quite honest, my stomach really hurts. Low-key, while I was on the way here, I searched up symptoms of appendicitis. Because you never know, right? My body is not quite ready, but my mind definitely is. I guess drinking something with milk in it probably isn't really going to help my stomach, but it's for the content. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. The boba pearls are a lot chewier than the place I went to in Jiufen. I feel like the biggest difference here, especially in just most desserts in Asia, it's just not as sweet, but I appreciate that. And in Asian culture, I feel like that's a compliment when you say like, oh, it's not super sweet. Simple, clean-cut taste overall. It makes me kind of relaxed. I'm almost there, one number away. Lighting is horrible, but we're here for the food, not the aesthetics. I think the good thing about this place is that, especially if you're traveling alone, there's different queues for different group sizes. So I think the people who are like either by themselves or with just one other person, their lines are usually a lot faster. The truffle pork xiaolongbao had a sticky exterior that came with a nice burst of flavor from the warm savory soup. The soft pork added so much texture while the truffle created a rich and pleasant aftertaste. The crab pork xiaolongbao was very well balanced as they added the perfect amount of crab to elevate and complement the pork. The pure gooiness that came out of the golden lava egg buns was a very nice surprise that heightened the spongy moist buns. It was sweet with a slight hint of creamy savoriness at the end, and it truly felt like a gush of rich lava goodness was traveling down into my stomach. While there is a service fee for dining in, I can't praise the kindness and attentiveness of the staff enough, and I don't think the experience would have been the same if I ate this out of a to-go box rather than fresh out of the kitchen. For a chain restaurant, it definitely deserves all the hype it gets, and you have to try it at least once if you ever visit Taiwan. Yes, I am yet again tuning in on this new day in the evening, but I actually woke up at 8:30 in the morning today because I had brunch with my friend Obashi. Yeah, I was not going to miss this for my life because I already flicked on him when I was and lost my phone, so I could not afford to oversleep. I'm glad we had brunch that early because I feel like it helped reset my sleep schedule, even though I'm really fucking tired right now. And we're on our way to take a little sneaky peeky at Taipei 101 because I still have not gone. She's so beautiful. Oh look, people are crossing diagonally. We love that. We need more of that in everywhere. Okay, let's be real for a sec. She's hotter than Kendall Jenner. Guys, we are finally here. Google Maps does say it's actually farther, but I believe we're entering from the very booty hole of this night market instead of the front. This night market is so huge. I actually prefer the setup over the ones in Korea. It's just a lot easier to navigate. Unfortunately, I really have to use the bathroom, and the chances of there being a bathroom here is very unlikely. Also, wearing this jacket was a huge mistake, although it will protect my white shirt from any stains. I believe the best plan of action is to actually walk through the whole street first and write down anything that looks interesting before I start buying, because I want to know all the options, just in case I find something even better. I have completely lost focus on the food because my bladder, every step, her strength weakens. Please send help. We have been walking aimlessly for the past 10 minutes. I am obviously no longer in the market, but none of these restaurants I'm passing by or hair salons seem to have a bathroom. My back hurts from my backpack. Many things are going wrong at the moment. Am I really desperate enough? Nope, I will not commit a crime today. But you know, sometimes I have to do evil for the sake of good, right? Approaching some kind of public park or bridge, I hope. My thought process is, wherever there's a public park, there's a public bathroom. What a nice little river park. But you know what would make this park nicer? A public bathroom. My human eyes may be weak, but this is why we have technology. Are there any bathrooms here? I think we are approaching the worst case scenario and the very last resort. No, that is not peeing in public. Going to a restaurant with a bathroom and buying something. Even though I should be eating at the night market because that was my goal for this entire day. I could just go to a bar, order one drink. I don't even have to drink it. Use the bathroom, and then we'll be on our merry way back to the night market. Now, the only problem is, are there any bars in this area? We did it. So I actually went into a convenience store and looked around and saw that they had a bathroom. And using my Oscar award-winning acting skills, I pretended like I was looking to buy something. And when the lady was busy, I used the restroom.
Thank you so much to everybody who supported us for us to be able to be here tonight.
And then I quickly yeeted out of there. I do feel a little bit guilty, but ma'am, it is better than committing a crime in public. Let's fill my belly up right now. Okay, we're back. We've returned. What is this line for? Oh, this place. I just do not have the patience right now. I cannot. Wait, we're gonna pour some stuff on it. Okay, we are doing the standing because they very ruthlessly put these things on the benches so people could not sit there. Cheers. I mean, they're quail eggs, so they taste just like eggs. Really nice texture. I like the sauce too. It was getting really tiring trying to hold my camera while navigating through the night market, so I just switched to my phone. I got real thirsty, so I grabbed a really quick strawberry smoothie. It basically was just strawberries, ice, and milk, but it saved my life. I was running out of time because I had to get back to the hotel. We only have one washer dryer, so you have to make an appointment for it. So I need to be back by 9, and I had 20 minutes to find something to eat. And low-key, I rather have dessert than the other savory stuff. So I chose to get this yummy, delicious mango shaved ice. It was bussin'. I got a brain freeze at one point, but I couldn't finish all of it. It was just too much. But you know I had to eat the most expensive part, the frickin' mangoes. So I gobbled that shit and I yeeted it out of there. But if you guys are worried about my health, I did not only just eat dessert. I did go back to Kura Sushi because I was craving her and I needed some protein, and she's real cheap for sushi. So even though I'm going to Japan tomorrow, who cares? I'm gonna do whatever the fork I want. I ended up eating 7 plates and I got 2 orange juices. I feel pretty accomplished. I'm very full. So we're not, oh crap. So we're now back at the hotel. I'm waiting for my laundry because I put her in before I ate dinner. I did a lot of walking today, so the dogs are very tired. What was that? You thought I would show you the dogs for free? I already gave you a free trial on my Instagram, but if you want to see the dogs again, you're gonna need to pay for a premium. AKA you have to like, comment, and subscribe. No, I walked 19,555 steps today. Keep in mind, I am running on 2 hours of sleep. And even though I feel like I did eat a lot for dinner, today's brunch was pretty hearty too. I feel like I did work it off and I did deserve it. I'm very sorry I couldn't really show you guys too much of the night market. I think my whole bathroom dilemma really just forked everything up. Honestly, I wasn't really feeling any of the food. Like the quail eggs were like alright. There were a lot of strangely like Korean things too. A lot of it was also stuff I could probably get in Japan. I'm sure it tastes good here, but you know, a little more authentic in Japan. While I wait for my laundry, I'm probably just gonna knock out. Yeah. Okay, so I'm at the airport, obviously. Actually, not really obviously, this background doesn't say anything. I didn't really vlog today because a lot happened. It was very stressful. So let's get into it. I decided on my last day, let's go back to my favorite cafe one last time. So I went in, chilled, I did some editing, and then I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw one of my favorite creators, who is in Japan right now, posts about make sure you do these things before you go to Japan. I didn't realize until then that there are some things you have to fill out and things you need, such as a vaccination certificate and or a PCR test. So I was like, great, no, I have that. I was struggling to input all the information and kind of make the report so that I could enter Japan. And then suddenly, in the application process, they're asking for pictures of my vaccination records. And basically, you need up to 3 or more doses. And I was like, cool, I have like 5. If you don't know how it works in Korea, at least in the very like middle stages of Corona, we had to download this app, and that app had all of our vaccines and it verified everything in Korea. So I re-downloaded that app and I screenshotted each dose and all of the information, but it doesn't have my name on that screen with the information. For some reason, it's on a separate screen, but I can't prove that those screens are linked together. So I turn these documents, these screenshots in, and then I get an email back saying, sorry, we cannot accept these documents because we cannot see if they are legit. So I was like, great. I did some research online. I go to the KDCA, which is Korea's disease control website. I try to apply to get an online digital vaccination certificate. I register and they say, oh, we do not have records of your registration. I was like, what the fork? I just did this. And so I delete all my information and reset it and do it again. And it says the same thing. So I'm like, okay. And so I leave the cafe early to go to the airport because I'm hoping that I can find a solution at the airport where I can talk to real people. I come early, go to the check-in counter, but the check-in counter is not here. No one is at the desk. And so I mosey around to the check-in counter next door and they're like,
yeah, they won't be here for a while.
And I'm like, well, I need to get this figured out now because if I don't figure it out now, then I have to yeet over to get a PCR test. If I find that out last minute, I won't get their PCR results in time. So then I go to this other counter, the information desk, and they're like, yeah, you can wait or you can get your PCR now. And I asked for the prices and they're like, yeah, it's gonna be $10 for the taxi to get to the place. You can get there in 10 minutes, but the test costs $150 US.
Woman was too stunned to speak.
Yeah, I was like, so basically I have to use all of my cash if they don't take credit card. And the chances of them taking credit cards are slim. So they're like, alternatively, you can go to the counter and ask if your certificate works. So I walk up to the desk, I stressfully, in a panicked manner, explain my situation again. And she says, I'm not sure if we can accept these records. Let me talk to my supervisor. So now I'm just panicking even more, right? It takes about 5 to 10 minutes. She goes to the back where I guess her supervisor is. She comes back out and she says, sorry, I need to make a call, but can I see your phone with all of the vaccination records on the app? And I was like, please, just take my phone. Take it. I'm sweating. I'm feeling like throwing up and crying while she is just on the phone. I don't understand anything she's saying because she's speaking Mandarin. And then she's like, okay, we'll take it. And I was like, it was really that easy? But my paranoid self is like, I need some receipts. You might tell me this now, but how can I trust you? Because I'm jaded. I don't trust anyone except for myself. Actually, I don't even trust myself. And she's like, well, no, you can't really do anything else. And I was like, okay, I am trusting you with my life. If I don't make it, I don't make it. So it's been a pretty stressful few hours. I did learn an important lesson today because at one point I was on the verge of tears in the middle of the cafe having a mental breakdown. And usually during times like these, I call my sister, just like with the whole phone incident. But I decided to put on my big boy pants and try to solve it on my own. And sometimes I do like to just take the quote-unquote easier way and just give up. Like I was ready to fly to Korea, get a physical copy of the vaccination records from one of the health centers. But I'm really glad I stuck through it. I pulled myself out of that depressing mental spiral. And I'm not saying, oh, don't ask other people for help. I'm also someone who I don't like making people go out of their way to do things for me. And if I can, I want to use it as a last resort, or I'll just give up. I think the moral of the story is try everything in your power first, even if you do want to give up. And then if all hope is lost, that is when you can ask for help. Now I'm feeling very relaxed. I thought the world was ending, but the world is really not over until
The earth explodes.
yeah, it could always be worse. I say that now. I hope this is wood. This experience is just proof that sometimes you just need to be grateful that you're alive. Interesting. Okay. Not a bad background. What am I doing first? So I completely forgot to record this when I was still in Taiwan, so we're gonna record our final thoughts in the Tokyo airport. Taiwan. I was in Taiwan longer than I was in the other previous countries I went to, but it somehow felt the shortest. I think that was just because I felt like I had more time to do things. I didn't jam everything all into each day. I just spread everything out more and my schedule was a little more relaxed. I really think Taiwan has its own special charm. I stayed mostly in the same area, but I did get to explore 101 and Shinyi a little bit. The food is so cheap, quality is amazing. You can really tell that the workers, cooks, and all the people who are a part of that whole process, whether it's at a restaurant or a store, they really put their heart and soul into everything. So even though it is a big city, you do kind of feel like you're cared for by the people there. I feel like I see this a lot, but I was very fortunate to have met incredibly nice people. It was just the strangers were very nice and accommodating, even though I couldn't speak their same language. I did feel the language barrier a little bit more in this country, but I think that's mainly because I stayed here longer, so I had more exposure to meeting other people. I did notice that I was running out of things to do, but not out of things to eat. That's different. But yeah, beautiful country. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned. This one was pretty long and I feel like a lot of chaotic things happened in this portion of my Asia trip, but you know, because I brought you guys along, I felt like even though I was alone, I wasn't. Yeah, stay tuned for the next part of my Asia trip in Japan.